Welcome to Barbie's Bitch House. Last time we read porn and Shrek and it wasn't fun. This time we're doing it again.
Because yay!
Yay, Leona.
Yep, eventually we will get to Bill Badger too. We just have to wait for that to come out.
It's probably going to take a long time.
Yeah. So we gotta wait for that, but there will be a second part to that.
Yes. This is like season 2.
Yeah.
So this is technically season 2, episode 2. So, slay.
Okay, chapter 3. It's Leona again. I wake up already out of breath. It feels like every one of my nerve endings is vibrating. I'm unsure of where I am, and I try to pull my arms down, but I can't. I look up in the metal headboard to see my wrists are tied. Okay. I'm naked, and my body is oiled up, and I'm lying on satin sheets. Okay.
I wanted to say something, but I feel like I shouldn't say it. Like, okay, she went to a Diddy party.
Did I tell you when I went to Hibachi the other day?
No, how does that have to do with Diddy?
No, listen, we were at the Hibachi and they put oil, like in the rice when they cook it in front of you. Well, the guy is making jokes while he's cooking it, right? And he goes, oil without the Diddy?
Oh, God.
Okay, anyway. I should be panicked. I should be wondering why the hell I'm exposed and bound in a place I don't recognize. But surprisingly, all I feel is a sense of calm and wanting. I'm waiting for him. I know he's coming. Okay. I struggle against the ropes around my wrist, ignoring the pain. In fact, enjoying the pain. I don't want to escape. Okay. So, she's a masochist.
Yeah, she's like, I want to get tortured and cut up.
Do you think that he kidnapped her to eat her? Okay.
I think he's gonna eat her.
Oh God. I want to touch myself. My cunt is throbbing and it feels that if someone doesn't take care of her, it might explode.
Wait, can you say it again without laughing? I need to hear it again.
Okay, I want to touch myself. My cunt is throbbing and it feels that if someone doesn't take care of her, I might explode. I writhe my legs together. The small friction between them gives me an ounce of relief, but it's not enough. Okay. The sweet whine of the door opening makes me pant. I almost want to yell for him to hurry, but I stop myself. The room is dark, only illuminated by candles at the far edge. He walks slowly. His steps are loud and determined. My pants grow heavier, desperate, until he finally gets to the edge of the bed. I need you, I moan. Oh, I'm sorry. My legs are still rubbing against themselves when I pull against my bindings. He chuckles, be a good girl and stay still. His voice is deep and gruff. Just the sound of it sends a shiver down my body.
Shiver me timbers.
Sorry. How are you feeling?
I think somebody farted in here, and it's taken me a minute to say something. So whenever my mouth was covered, I was trying not to breathe it in. But yeah, let's keep reading.
Okay. He starts at my feet, licking me with a tongue that feels too large to be human. He works his way up until he's at my inner thigh. Yes, please, I moan. But he stops. You need to be quiet, or I'll tape your mouth. Is that what you want? I can't gather words to respond. He goes back to licking, starting at the bottom of my stomach. He makes his way up slowly, his licks getting longer and deeper. Okay. Are you taking a sip? His tongue rubs over my nipple, and I moan loudly. Do you like that? He whispers into my ear. Oh my God.
And then she's like,
yes.
She's like,
more.
No. She's like, no.
I open my eyes now that his face is by mine. It's a familiar face. It's Lawrence.
Lawrence Farqueef. Whatever.
Farqueef.
Whatever it is.
Farqueef.
It should have been Farqueef.
I feel as if someone dropped a bucket of water on me. I look around and the room is suddenly transformed. I'm not naked. She was having a dream.
Oh, she had a wet dream. Her associates are
Basically, it says, I look around the room and the room is suddenly transformed. I'm not naked in satin sheets, bound by the candlelight. I'm in Lawrence's sterile gray and white room wearing an oversized t-shirt and no bottoms. Lawrence is on top of me, already pumping away and nearly finished. Did she fall asleep? Or is he just like
raping her while she's asleep?
I can't tell. Was she asleep and he started doing this, or did she fall asleep while they were in the middle of it? Okay. Well, he croaks. His croaks speed up as he climaxes on my stomach. I scream. I wake up for real this time. I'm sweating and panting, and not in a good way.
That was a nightmare.
Who has a nightmare sex dreams about their fiance? Probably someone who should see a therapist, but it's not like I can talk to anyone about this.
Sounds like she needs a sex therapist. Dr. Stud.
Even if I wanted to, I'm at a silent retreat. Besides, not one of these girls would be my choice to discuss my confusing cold feet with. They would just tell me to stick it out because he's so great, which is code for he's so rich and you're so poor and hopeless. They would be right, of course, and that's probably exactly what I need to hear right now. I'm just not in the mood. I sit up and look around the room. I'm sharing with my bridal party. All the girls are asleep in their matching PJ sets and face masks. I'm surprised my scream didn't wake anyone up. My heart races 100 miles a minute and I need to move. I can't even think about trying to fall back asleep. I grab a pen and a notepad from the bedside table next to me. Going to clear my head. Don't look for me, I scribble. Not that I think any of these girls will wake up from their slumber and go on a frantic goose hunt for me, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I pull my windbreaker over my gray t-shirt and boy shorts and quietly lace up my boots on the floor. I grab my phone and wallet. Maybe I'll walk up the street to the nearest diner and get breakfast in the morning if I'm still not ready to deal with this silent retreat and my apparent besties. Until then, I'll be taking a solo walk into the forest. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Oh my god. I'm just imagining she's at like the fucking like Heaven's Gate meeting, and that's what it actually is. They're like, drink the Kool-Aid.
Okay, so what did we think about that chapter?
That was fucking boring. I need us to get to the good shit.
No, I thought she was asleep and he was just going ham. I was like, what the hell?
He was like, Rocky... like, I get... Yeah, they have different writing styles. It's going to take us a little bit to get used to this one. But it's like, I want, like, nastiness, like, right away.
It's probably going to get pretty nasty, I'm sure.
Sorry. I'm sure the first line is making me giggle. It's not dirty. It's just fucking stupid. And that's kind of what I've been thinking.
Okay.
Chapter 4 is also from Leona.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be a pick-me girl by saying that walking alone in the woods at night doesn't scare me. In fact, there's not a lot that does. So, I mean, the only thing that scares her is getting fucked by her fiance, apparently. So my solo trek through these woods outside the silent retreat is practically a cakewalk. Growing up, we lived in a trailer in the middle of the Oregon woods. My parents would constantly forget me at school, the grocery store, my friend's house, you name it. I had to learn how to find my way back real quick, and I couldn't let anything as silly as night and an owl hoot freak me out. The silent retreat has had some type of iron gate around the facility, blocking all cell phone and Wi-Fi service. I'm hoping that if I get far enough away, I can find some bars and distract myself with some mindless social media scrolling. I don't really know where I'm going. The retreat is deep within the woods, and I didn't feel like taking the dirt path that got us here. I've always been the one to go the road less traveled. I was like, I'm not trying to be a pick-me. Okay, bitch. Even though I still can't find any service, and I'm still alone with my thoughts, it does feel considerably better not to be around people I feel I must put on a show for. Even when they're sleeping, I can feel them judge me. I should be used to it by now. Sorry. The judging. Growing up, I was always the smelly kid.
Nothing being smelly.
I was always the smelly kid. Not only were we poor, but my parents were also alcoholics, which ultimately was why we were poor.
Which was ultimately why we were poor.
I just love the trauma dumping. Like, I got fucking left at school all the time. Being poor would be bearable, but having your parents arrested... Hold on. Also, I love how, like, Fiona's rich, and, like, her parents are rich, and, like, royalty, and Shrek, and then these parents are just trailer trash. Being poor would be bearable, but having your parents wrestling in the middle of your town Walmart on a Tuesday afternoon was a whole other type of embarrassment. So, technically, today's Tuesday, so, yeah, Tuesday the 25th. As usually comes with having alcoholic parents, the abuse came as well. They would hit me, pull my hair, put out their cigarettes on my freckles, the whole gamut. It's hard to find the strength to care if someone is judging you because you're wearing TJ Maxx leggings instead of Lululemon when your childhood was like a World War II battlefield. But since I started stepping into the LA socialite lifestyle, the judgments are getting to me a little bit. I know I have so much to be thankful for. I don't have to work. I live in a kick-ass apartment. And anything I want is mine with just a swipe of Lawrence's credit cards that he so graciously bestowed upon me. All the romance books... I'm surprised she wasn't like, all the romance books like G.M. Ferry are all mine. All the romance books and movies would tell me that money can't buy happiness, or you can't settle for someone who doesn't set your panties on fire. But those sentiments aren't reserved for girls like me. They're reserved for people with parents to fall back on and an uncle that can get them a secretary job at their law firm. I have nothing and no one. I need to make myself fit into this lifestyle, even if it evaporates my soul, even if I'm subjected to mediocre sex for the rest of my life. I've gotten so lost in my thoughts of my past and my reasoning for continuing with this marriage that I realize I have no idea where I am. I make a 180-degree turn to decide the best way to proceed, but it's pitch black. The only light comes from my almost dead phone. My heartbeat thumps louder. How could I be this stupid and let myself get lost? I keep walking. There must be a road somewhere along here. My phone dies and I'm surrounded by darkness. As I said, I'm not afraid of being alone in the woods, but I'm much more high maintenance now than when I was 8. If I don't have coffee in the morning, I might actually pass away. She's such a basic white bitch. I start walking faster, thinking that if I can get somewhere faster, then I might be okay. Tree limbs smack my face, and every few steps, I trip on something in my path. I take a second to breathe and collect myself. Okay, Leona, think rationally. Look around and see where you are. My eyes have adjusted to the darkness, and the moon and stars overhead provide me with enough light to see a boulder to my right. I climb on top and stretch to my tippy toes. Just a few feet away, beyond the canopy of trees, is a billow of smoke. There must be someone who lives out here. I survey my route before climbing down the boulder, hope filling me. I walk towards the path, hoping the house doesn't belong to a serial killer, and it is actually a 24-hour pancake factory. This bitch is dumb. As I walk along the path, I see a small cottage in the distance, illuminated by light streaming from the windows. It looks so quaint and inviting. Surely it's just a little old grandma baking cookies. I pick up my step and charge towards it. Suddenly, the ground gives out from underneath me. I scream before I hit the floor, and everything goes black. I say we read one more chapter, because I need to know what happened, and also this is a Beck chapter, and I want to hear your Beck voice.
I don't have a Beck voice.
Well, just read it in your normal voice and pretend you're Beck.
Okay. Chapter 5.
God. This book is...
These chapters are really short, you guys.
So we're going to read a lot of them.
I can't think of a better way to be awoken than from a human scream. It was just one followed by a thump and then silence. I hop out of my bed like a little kid on Christmas Day. At least how I've seen them on TV. Grab my lantern and run down the path leading to my trap. I don't hear any sound, which probably means the drop knocked them out. Although I love eating humans, I'd rather not see them in pain and petrified. I hope the fall did the killing for me, honestly. I hold the light over the hole and frozen. Lying at the bottom is a woman. Not just any woman, she's beautiful. She has jet black hair lying over her tanned skin. Even from far away, I can see her lips are full and red, and her eyelashes are thick. Sorry. She almost looks like a doll lying on the dirt floor. Her chest rises and falls, letting me know she's still alive.
I'm just imagining Leona like those British bitches that have big eyelashes or eyebrows, and they're like, "Oi, you trying to have a go at me?"
I'm imagining her like I'm imagining like a Barbie doll thrown at like the bottom of a toy chest. They're all mangled.
It's
and
like
shit.
that meme where it's like, "Give me your fucking money."
Yeah,
and then
give me your fucking money. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like that weird pose that they find themselves into. Anyway.
Yes.
I've seen a woman before on TV and online, but never in real life.
He's a Discord mod.
So he only eats male humans anyway.
Ooh.
And never one this gorgeous. The only humans to drop into my trap have been old men. I'd never have thought about eating women or children, and thankfully I've never had any drop in my trap to lead me to figure out what to do with them. The pit's large enough for me to hop in next to her. She's so tiny compared to me. Oh god. I gather her unconscious body in my arms and climb out. In my arms, I get a chance to gather her features under the moonlight. Her skin is so peachy compared to my green skin. She has a trail of freckles down her nose that looks like a constellation of stars. She's covered in dirt from, I imagine, wandering through the woods and falling, but she still smells like fresh cotton. Okay. She wears a tattered gray t-shirt, and the outline of her... and the outline of her nipples are like pearls I want to put in my mouth. Okay. Her skin...
Pearls?
Yes! It says pearls.
That's a round nipple. God damn.
Her skin is unbelievably soft, and with one hand I wander from her neck to her collarbone to her breast. I stop there. What? Even though I want to explore more. I want to touch every part of her. I want to place my lips on her. I imagine her skin tastes like honey. It looks like honey. I don't want to eat it, just taste every part of her. I bring my mouth closer to her neck, unwilling to stop myself, when suddenly she stirs in my arms. The movement startles me and I tense. Her big blue eyes slowly blink open, and I wait in anticipation to see their full effect. She finally focuses her attention on me. Her face immediately morphs from peacefulness to absolute horror. She lets out an ear-piercing scream and begins flailing in my arms.
Her pearls hit me in the face.
I snapped back to reality. I covered her mouth with my hand. She's so tiny that it covers most of her face.
She's like, you're fucking it, Steve.
I look around to see if anyone heard or saw her. Shit, what am I going to do with her now that she saw me? I can't just leave her at the edge of the woods. She just saw me, an ogre. The secret of our community could get out. If the board members knew she was here, they would want me to kill her. And that's the last thing I want to do to her now. Tie her up and have my way with her? Absolutely yes. Kill her? Hell no.
Oh my god. Shrek.
I need time to think. I run back to my cottage with her in my arms like she's a sack of potatoes. She hits and kicks me, but she's so tiny and weak that it barely feels like anything. When I get her inside, I place her on my bed. The minute my hand leaves her mouth, she screams like a goat. This is not going to work. But
he's like, I'm gonna enter your swamp.
I pick her up like she's a baby, put my hand over her mouth again, and look around my cottage for something to put over her mouth.
Oh God, say it, get it out.
No, nothing happened. I'm just thinking about what he's gonna put in her mouth.
Like, I'm thinking about that too. I'm like, oh God. He's like, what do I put in here? Oh, here's this phallic object.
She kicks me in the chest, scratches my arms. It doesn't hurt though. Honestly, it just makes my dick even harder. Are you cringing?
I thought she was gonna kick him in the balls.
I grab cloth from the kitchen and tie her mouth in her arms. It's not easy. She's actually quite slippery and gets out of my grip a few times. But she's no match for me. In a matter of 10 minutes, she's bound.
10 minutes? Bill Badger could not pass
My
her.
cock throbs looking at her like this, but I notice her angry look has changed to a petrified one. And I immediately go flaccid. Hey, opposite of Bill Badger. Bill Badger be like, hell yeah.
I'm just imagining it's like...
Like it's sad. Anyway. I figure I should try to soothe her. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? But I need you to keep you here until I figure out what to do with you. She doesn't look calm. She gets up and tries to run towards the door. I make one small step, catch her, and plop her back on the bed. I can't just tie her up. She'll keep trying to run away, and I'll be awake all night. I need my sleep so I can figure out what to do. To the right of my bed is a giant cage. Of course there is. Why is there...
He just came prepared, didn't he? God.
Why is there a cage? Do you think he does this with like every person? He keeps them in a little cage and then he eats them?
Yeah, probably. Beck is such like a straight man. He's like...
I don't always want to kill my meals right away. Fresh meat is better. Animal meat, that is. I grab some pillows and blankets from my bed and try to make a bed for her on the cage floor. While I do this, she makes her way across the cottage and tries to unlock the door with her tied hands. I chuckle. It's honestly so cute. I lumber over and swoop her up again, place her in the cage, and lock the door with a big brass key. I was going to say big ass key. Listen, I know you're freaked out. I'm a big scary ogre, and now I've kidnapped you and locked you in a cage. I know it doesn't look good, but I promise I'm not going to hurt you. We'll figure out what we can do in the morning, okay? She doesn't give me any indication that she's okay. I must have tied her gag tight enough because I can barely hear a sound from her. She wiggles and pulls at her bonds, and I say, all right, well, just try to get a good night's sleep. We'll have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. I blow out the lantern and lie on my bed. Of course I didn't fall asleep. How can I sleep knowing she's next to me? Honestly, the cage was a good idea, not only so she doesn't escape, but it's also less accessible to get her in the night and do everything my dick tells me to. I've always been a gentleman, an ogre, but a gentleman nonetheless. Tonight I'll just defile her in my dreams.
How long is chapter 6? Hold on.
wait, you're gonna close it? There you go.
The fuck? Okay, I feel like we'll read more next episode, because this is like 9 pages long. Next
Oh,
chapter,
dang, okay.
So yeah. That was, what did you, I have no words.
I like it because it's so unserious. I think Bill Badger was better written, though. I'm gonna say that, and I don't want to be... I'm gonna use these cards.
It was more well written because of how badly it was written. That's what made it funny. Like, it was always like funny. There was always something going on.
I'm gonna use this as our bookmark.
I love how you also are using a card. You're using, what is this?
It's my school card.
Oh, let's make fun of your school card since you made fun of mine. Anyways, we will see y'all next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.